guys, Learning with Rich here. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up our sprinkler design project. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you how are we going to link our architectural model, create the levels, creating the plan views, creating the sprinkler views, and I'm going to show you also how to create the view templates for your sprinkler design. Alright, so let's get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start my project using the default template that we have in Revit. So I'm going to select new, and then from the template file, I'm going to select here the mechanical template. So let's select that one, and then let's select here OK. Just make sure create new project radio button is selected. So just select OK. Alright, so as you can see here, right off the bat on our project browser, there is no sprinkler here or fire protection view, right? So what we only have here is the discipline mechanical, and then the sub-discipline HVAC, and then we also have the discipline plumbing and then sub-discipline plumbing. So we don't have the fire or the sprinkler design. Don't worry about that. I'm going to show you how to set up later on your project browser. The first thing that we are going to do is, since we are the one who will be doing the sprinkler design, so we need to have our architectural model. So that is the first thing that we are going to do. We are going to ask for the architectural model from the architect, and then we are going to link that here on our project. So to do that, so let's say we already have the Revit model for the architecture. I'm going to link that now. So I'm going to select Insert, and then I'm going to select here link Revit. Just click that one, and then let's say this is the Archi model, so I select this one. So as you can see, this is the sample project that you can use in Revit. So every time you install your Revit software in your computer, you should have this model already. Alright, so I'm going to select that. So I'm going to use here auto internal origin to internal origin. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and select this one, and then after that I'll just select here open. Okay, and then let me just drag this elevation here. So there's an elevation. All right, now the next thing that I'm gonna do is, after we link our architectural model, is let's select our architectural model. And then after that, you go to the properties, and then you go to the edit type to go into the type properties, and make sure here that the room bounding is checked. Okay, so make sure this one is checked, the room bounding. So you just check that one, and it enables the geometry to define the boundary of a room. So the extents of a room are defined by the room bounding elements around the room, so that when you create a space to create your zone, Revit will detect the room of your link model. So you'll be able to create your spaces, your zones without any problem. So this is the standard way. So you always do this. You select the link model, you go into the type properties, and then check the room bounding. So just in case you want to create a space or zone into your Revit project. Alright, so just check that one, and then just select your OK. There you go. Okay, so now the next thing that you need to do is you need to check the levels of your architectural model. So to do that, you just need to go to the project browser, and then you just double click any elevation here. So in my case, I double click South Mech. Okay, so as you can see, by default, I have here two levels. Okay, this template contains two levels. It contains level 1 and level 2. As you can see, I can select it individually, right? I can select the levels individually. So I'm going to click the level, and then you see there's a node there. I'm going to drag that just to make my model tidy. So I'm going to put it here, and then this checkbox here, it denotes or it means that your bubble here is showing. If you check that, if this is unchecked, it will hide the bubble, right? You can also do that to the other side. So there's also that box if you want to show the bubble there. But in my case, I'm not going to show that. So I just wanted to put here. So as I noticed, the link model here, which is this one, if I click the link model, it contains 4 levels, right? So in my case, my Revit project template or my Revit project, I only have 2 levels. So what I want to do is I want to have these 4 levels as well so that I can coordinate with the Archi model. Okay, level 1 is already correct. So I have level 1 at 0 elevation. Now for level 2, I just need to follow the architectural model. So I just need to change this to 3800 also. There you go. Now I need to create a level for level 3 and for the roof here as well for my uh, sprinkler design. Okay, so for me to be able to do that, I have several ways to do that actually. So I can go to architecture and then I can create a level there, create a couple of levels here, or I can just simply copy the level here, copy one there, copy one there. Okay, now, the third option, which is what I'm going to do is I'll go to the collaborate and then from the coordinate, there's an option here, copy monitor. Okay. So what happens is it monitors and coordinates changes to elements that affect teams from different disciplines. So according to the definition, so we use the copy monitor tool to monitor elements between the host project and a link model or within one project. When one team moves or changes a monitored element, so let's say, for example, our level, other teams are notified so that they can adapt their designs or work with team members to resolve the issue. Okay, so that's how the copy monitor helps you in coordination. All right. Okay, so let me monitor this one. Let me show you how to monitor the level 1 so that just in case the architectural team move their level 2, for example. So once I reloaded this link model in my project, so I will be notified that there's a movement on level 2. So that's how it will works when you monitor your level, for example. All right, so let's copy monitor. So I'm going to click that. You select this option, select link. So just click that one. And then after that, let's click the link model. And then you will see that you will now be on the copy monitor here. Now, I'm going to select here the monitor tool. So let's select the monitor tool. Just click that. And then after that, pick an element to monitor. So I'm going to monitor my level 1 and then the level 1 link, which is this one. So once I click that, you will see this symbol here. Okay, so that symbol means that my level 1s here are being monitored. Okay, so that is what I'm going to do also on my level 2 and then my level 2 link model. So I click that also, click, and then again you will see that icon, meaning to say my level 2 now is being monitored. Alright, so I'm now going to finish this. And there you have it. So my level 1 and level 2 is now being monitored. So just in case there's a changes in the architectural model, for example, they changed the height of their level 2, they made it, let's say, 4,000. So once I reload the latest architectural model, so I will be notified that there's a change on the level. So there's a warning that will appear here on the coordination review. Okay, now for the level 3 and for the roof, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select again the copy monitor, select link. Okay, so I'm going to select the link model. Okay, so this time around I'm going to copy the level 3 and the roof. So I'm going to select copy. And since I have multiple levels to select, so instead of doing it one by one, I'm going to check the multiple here, and then I can use crossing selection like that to select both, and then you select the finish here. Select the finish here first. Do not select the finish here. So select this finish first so that you don't mess up. So select that first. So once you finish that, you go to the copy monitor again, and then that's the time you can now select finish. Okay? So if I'm going to select the level 3, I can now click this, and then I can now drag this. That is now for my MEP project or my sprinkler design project. There you go. So I now have the levels on my link, and also I now have the levels on my project. Okay, copied and monitor. Now, notice that my level 3 here and then the roof is colored black. Okay, so the reason why it's colored black, not colored blue, it's because I don't have the floor plan for my level 3 and then for my roof here. That's the reason why it's black. Okay, so because what we just did is we just copied the physical level here for level 3 and then for the roof, but we didn't actually created the floor plan for level 3 and then for the roof. That is why the color is black. Now, for us to address this issue, so we are going to create a floor plan for level 3 and then for the roof. So to do that, since it has something to do with view, you need to go to the view tab, and then after that, so there's plan views here from the create panel. So you can click the drop down arrow. So you just need to select the floor plan. Just click that. And then you now see here the two levels, the two plans that you don't have here on the project browser. Okay, so you also have an option here if you want to duplicate the existing view or if you do not want to duplicate the existing view. So if I'm going to uncheck this, meaning I can duplicate the existing view that is level 1 and level 2. But since I already have that floor plan, so I am not going to duplicate the existing view. I just want to show here the levels that I do not have on my project browser, or the views or the plan views that I don't have yet in my project browser. So I'm going to select both. I'm going to hold control to select the roof, and then I select here OK. There you go. So I now have here level 3 and then the roof. Now I'm going to change this. So instead of 1-Mac, I'm going to rename this. I click, right click and rename. So I'll just call this 1-Sprinkler or fire protection or FP or whatever name that you want or whatever standard that you have in your company in naming your sprinkler view. Okay, so let's say I'll just call it 1-Sprinkler. So same with my Mac here. Okay, so to rename, you can either click, right click and rename, or just double click and then you click again, then click again. Okay, so you'll be able to rename that. So this is sprinkler. Okay, oops. Would you like to rename corresponding level and views? So I'm going to not show this message. So I'm not going to change it. So I'll just select no to just click. Okay, sprinkler. There you go. Okay, so I have now level 1 sprinkler, level 3, level 4. Now I also want to create my coordination view, the ceiling plan view for my third floor. Okay, for my third floor. So I'm not going to create a ceiling plan for the roof. Okay, so I just want to create ceiling plan up to third level. Okay, so up to third level, not on the roof. Okay, so to create the ceiling plan view, the third one, by the way, let me just quickly rename this one. So this is the ceiling for my sprinkler and the ceiling for my sprinkler. Okay. Alright, so to create the ceiling plan for the third level, so just need to go to the view, plan views, reflected ceiling plan. So just click that. So I'll just select level 3 there, and then I just select here OK. There you go. So it's now inserted here on my coordination. So if I'm going to dig in this one, so you see, I click that, there's a question mark there. So there's the ceiling plan. There you go. So this is what I'm looking for. So I can also click the view, one click, and then I can press F2 to rename it. Okay, so to rename, just click the view and then press F2. So this is for my ceiling sprinkler. There you go. Now, what I want to do here is I do not want to place all my floor plans, the sprinkler plan and then the ceiling sprinkler under the HVAC because I'm doing a sprinkler design, right? So I do not want the sub-discipline to be HVAC. So that's why what I'm going to do is I'm going to click all of these views by holding the shift. Click first the level 1, hold shift, and then click number 4, the 4 sprinkler, and then you go to the properties. So I'm going to change here the sub-discipline. Oh, it doesn't allows me to change it multiple times. So I guess I just need to change it one by one. Okay, so I just click this, go to the properties, and then change the sub-discipline. So instead of HVAC, I will just type here sprinkler. Okay, and enter. There you go. So as you can see, it's now here on my sprinkler sub-discipline, right? Or let's say, for example, I do not want a sprinkler. So what I want is I want fire protection. Okay, and then enter. There you go. Oh, sorry. So I click this properties. Instead of sprinklers, I look for fire protection. Apply. And there you go. So I now have their fire protection sub-discipline. So for these views, hopefully I can change it multiple. It doesn't allows me. Okay, so I'll just change it one by one. So I click. So probably I just put the properties here. What? There you go. Okay. So I click this view and then I change the sub-discipline here and then look for fire protection. There you go. Hmm. Okay, now for this one, if I click this, notice that I can't change here the sub-discipline. Why? Because currently, if I move the slider down, there is a view template that is applied here on my 3 dash sprinkler. So the view template that is applied is mechanical plan. So what I want to do is I want to remove first the mechanical plan view template. So I click that and then I'll just select none first. So this is probably the reason why it is not allowing me to change the sub-discipline in multiple selection. So I remove, I select none. There you go. So later on, I'm going to show you how to use the view template. Now, so I'm going to select this level 3 and then hold control to select the level 4. Hopefully I can now change. Yes, so I can now change it. So I select here fire protection and there you go. Okay. So same here with my ceiling sprinkler here. Okay. Okay, so I have sprinklers here. So I click this, I click the level 2 and then change the subdiscipline. So instead of HVAC, I'll make it fire protection. There you go. So same with this one. Alright, so I click that. The subdiscipline is already fire protection. Now, the discipline here is coordination. So I want to put that under the mechanical. So I just select this view and then this time I'll change the discipline instead of subdiscipline. So I click the drop down and then look for mechanical. And there you go. So I now have set up my level 1 to 4 floor plan and then my ceiling plans, my coordination view 1, 2, 3 under the mechanical discipline and the fire protection. Okay. Now the next thing that you need to do after you create the plan views, after you create the sprinkler and coordination view, the next thing that you need to do is to create a view template. Okay, so the view template can be found here on the view. That's the view template. So the definition is it is a collection of view properties such as view scale, discipline, detail level, and visibility settings that are common for a view type. So use the view templates to standardize settings for views in a project. Okay, so we use the view templates to standardize our project views. Now, what I'm going to do is, okay, I'm going to Uh, wait, I'm just going to copy first the grids here. So I want to copy the grids because currently these grids are from the link model. So for me to be able to copy the grids, so I can just use copy monitor for this one. Okay, so to do that, so let's go to the collaborate, copy monitor, select link. So let's select the link model and then let's copy monitor. Copy and then make sure you check the multiple since we have multiple of elements that we'll be selecting. So I'll be doing like this. And then we are going to filter this. Where's the filter? So there's the filter selection. So I just want to select the grids. So I'm going to uncheck. Okay. And I'll just select here OK. It will also tells you here what are the elements that you can copy monitor. So does that mean you can copy monitor the walls, structural columns, and then the floors? I think so, yeah. So, but we only need to copy the grids. So I select the grids and then I select here OK. There you go. So only the grids are selected. So I'm now going to finish it. And then go to the copy monitor and then finish it. Okay. So I now have here the grids of my Revit MEP project for my sprinkler design. That's why what I'm going to do is I'm going to type VV, the visibility graphic overrides, VV, Victor Victor, or I can just click edit here. And then, so I go to the Revit links. This is the link model. So let's go to the by host view and then custom it. So the reason why I want to custom that is I want to manually turn off the grids of my link model. So I need to make it custom. So you go to the annotation categories. So make it custom. And then look for the grids. So let's uncheck that grids. So I select your OK. I select your OK. And there you go. So all the grids of my link model are now turned off. So all of these links that you are now seeing here is the grids of our uh, link model. Oh, I mean our MEP model. Okay. Too bad we need to rename all of this. Okay. So because there are some designers or there are some standards that let's say they want all of this to be letter A, to be alphabetically ordered, and then this one to be numerically ordered, or vice versa. Okay, now for this one, instead of 11, so why not I just make it 1A. Okay, so it's being monitored. That's why you see that dialog box. Okay, so if you have time, you can change this to, let's say, alphabetically ordered. A, B, C, D, such thing as that. Okay, now the next thing that we're going to do for our level 1 sprinkler view, so we are going to set up our visibility graphic override. So let's go back again to our visibility graphic overrides. So for this view, since we are talking about sprinkler, definitely I do not want to see here the air terminals. Okay, I do not want to see here the duct, any duct here, ducts, fittings, linings, accessory, anything that has something to do with duct. Same with the electrical, I do not want to see that. Entourage, maybe I'll just leave the entourage here, you know, the cars, the people. Okay, I do not want to uh, show the flex duct, but I want to show here the pipes. HVAC zone, I don't want to show that. Furniture, I don't want to show that one. So it's up to you. It's up to your company standard, guys. So you just need to turn off those things that you do not want to see on your sprinkler design. So I'll just leave the mechanical equipment turned on here. Okay, so I do not want to see any of this fabrication. I want to see all the pipes. Okay, so let's say, for example, this is the settings, the visibility that I want to see on my model categories. So I'll just select here OK. Okay, so I'll set up also my ceiling plan here. So I'm going to double click this and then open up the visibility graphic overrides. Again, same things. I don't want to see the air terminals, anything that has something to do with duct. What else? Flex duct. I don't want to see that. Any furniture, I don't want to see that. HVAC zone. Mechanical equipment, I want to see that. Pipes. Okay, so for example, these are the elements that I want to see. So I'll just select OK. Right, so now that I have set up the views that I want to see, or the elements that I want to see in my views, the next thing that I'm going to do, by the way, on my sprinkler, I want to hide the visibility graphic overrides. I want to modify the visibility graphic overrides for this ceiling plan. I want to hide the grids here. Okay, so custom grids. There you go. Okay. So now what we want to do is, the next thing that we're going to do after we set up our view is, we are going to create a view template. Okay. So the reason why we're creating our view template is that we do not want to redo all the things that we have done on level 1 to our level 2, level 3, and level 4, as well as to our level 2 ceiling and level 3 ceiling. So we do not want to redo all the things that we have done on our level 1 sprinkler and level 1 ceiling. So we are going to set up the view template. So we're going to use these settings that we have here. So to do that, I'm going to right click the one dash sprinkler because this is the typical settings that I want. So I'm going to right click this, and then there's an option here, create view template from view. So we're going to use this view to create our view template. So I'm going to select that, and then let me call this sprinkler view. Okay, so I'll just select here OK, and then it will open the view templates. You can see that if I go to the visibility graphic overrides of my sprinkler view, if I select here edit, notice that, see, the air terminals, the docks are already turned off in this template, right? So I'll just click here OK. Now I just need to apply this template on my level 2 to level 4. Okay, so just select all the views, and then after that you go to the slider here, and then you apply the view template here. Click, and then you select the sprinkler view. Probably let me just change the name of this. I'll just change the view. Okay, so I select this, and then I just select here OK. There you go. So if I double click the level 2 sprinkler, notice that the view template is now sprinkler plan view. Level 3 is sprinkler plan view. Level 4 is sprinkler plan view template, right? And if I click the level 1 sprinkler here, notice that there is no view template that is applied here. So all I have to do is to select the none and then apply the sprinkler plan view. There you go. So for this one, you cannot just right after you apply the view template in your view, in your particular view, you see there's the view template already. You cannot just simply change, let's say for example, the scale of your view here on your view control bar. If you click that, notice that they are now disabled. Okay? If I want to change the detail level, it is disabled. I can't change. If I change the visual style, I can't change. Right? Why? Because there is a view template that is controlling this view. Same with level 2, level 3, and level 4. You cannot just simply go to your view control bar and change the scale, change the detail level, change the uh, visual style here. Why? Because there's a view template. So they are being controlled by view template. So if you really want to change the scale of this one, let's say for example, you want to change that to 1 is to 50. So what you need to do is you go to the view template. This is the view template now. And then here you can change. But take note that this view template is currently assigned to 4 views, which is level 1, level 2, level 3, and level 4. So if you change this to 1 is to 50, not only your 1 dash sprinkler will change to 1 is to 50, but all of the other 3 views will also update to 1 is to 50. So just be aware of that, okay? Because they are being controlled by one view template. So any changes that you made here, not only the scale, but any of the settings that you change on your view template, it will affect the other views as well. Okay? So just remember that. So
Start.
don't forget that one. Okay? And another thing, if you want to create a separate sprinkler plan view, so let's say you just thought of, oh, I want this one to be 1 is to 50. But I do not want my 2, 3, 4 to becomes 1 is to 50. I want them to remain 1 is to 100. So that means you need to create another view template. So to do that, you need to duplicate this. Just select this, and then you can duplicate that, and then you can rename. So this is your sprinkler plan view underscore. Probably you can call it 1 is to underscore 50, something like that. Okay, and then maybe this one you can just rename this. Okay, underscore 1 underscore 100, something like that. Right? So this is 1 is to 100, and then this one is 1 is to 50. So that you have two separate views. So I just select here OK. So there you go. So it's now updated to 1 is to 50. So if I double click this, so this is still 1 is to 100. This is still 1 is to 100. So this is still 1 is to 100. So this one is 1 is to 50. It is being controlled by sprinkler plan view 1 is to 50. Okay, so that's how the view template works. Okay, so let's do it. also on our ceiling plan. So this is our model view, right? So this is our model view. So we want that setting to be applied here as well on our 2 and 3 ceiling sprinkler. So let's set up our ceiling plan view here. So let's right click that, create view template from view, and then you can call this sprinkler what? Ceiling plan, oops, ceiling plan, just ceiling plan. All right. Okay, just select here. Okay, there you go. So I'll just select here. Okay. Now let's apply that to our 2 and 3. Apply the view template, apply the sprinkler ceiling plan, and then select OK. There you go. So if I double click this, so as you can see, it's now set up. Okay, so all the link grids are now hidden in this view. Okay, so again, these 3 views. Oops, let me click this and then apply also the template for that. So these 3 views are now being controlled by the sprinkler ceiling plan view template. You see, it is assigned to our 3 plan views or 3 ceiling plan views. Okay, so again, any changes that you made here, it will not only affect this one, but it will affect the other views wherein this template is being applied. All right, so basically there you have it. So that's how you set up your project. Let's say, for example, you are designing your sprinkler design. So that's how you set up your project. So that's how you link. That's how you copy and monitor the levels. And we also did creating some plan views. And then we create sprinkler and coordination views. And then after that, we create view templates. So another thing that you can consider when setting up your project is you can go to the mechanical settings by going to the systems, and then you go to the mechanical settings here. You can click that, and then you can go to the pipe settings. Okay, so here you can modify these standards, these settings currently. You can specify there the sizes. For example, for copper, you can specify the sizes. Okay, so you have heaps of type of segment here. Okay, that you can use, and if you want, you can also create a new pipe segment here. Okay, so you can also specify here the fluids, slopes. The calculation is here for your reference. Okay, so you can also include your mechanical settings when working on the project setup of your sprinkler design. So there you have it. So hopefully you learned something from this video. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, you can put it on the comment section below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.